Hi, I just wanted to hop on and give a quick review and let you guys know about a product that I recently purchased. It just came in yesterday. I bought it off of Amazon, and I feel like it's a life hack, especially if you're a mom. Obviously, this is what it's for. But I mean, I didn't know that I needed it. I didn't think about it before, and I thought of everything. There was things that I purchased for the baby, like for having the baby, that I ended up not using, a lot that I did, but this definitely was something that didn't come to mind. I didn't expect to be washing so many bottles so often. However, like, obviously I knew babies eat all the time. I thought that I was going to breastfeed, and I had purchased 2 bottles on my own, just in case, and then for whenever, like, obviously I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll have a drink one day, and so she'll need a bottle for whatever reason if I need to drop her off somewhere. But I'm very glad that I bought those 2 bottles, because it's something that you don't expect can happen, is what happened to me, and I'm very glad that I had those bottles at the time. It was a lifesaver for me, because I had issues with her latching on, and you know, I was just, we took her to the doctor. They said she had lost weight, and I was just really happy that I could be able to feed her, know exactly how much I'm giving her, and know that she's, you know, like eating as much as she's supposed to be daily. But these are, it's actually dirty right now. I haven't sterilized it, but these are the bottles that I purchased on Amazon as well. Komodo is the brand. They are squishy, which I actually like. I like that, like if it were to fall on her or something, for whatever reason, if it falls out of my hand, it's not gonna hurt her. But also, like, the size of it, I felt like it was so perfect. This is for newborn. They have different sizes. They have a bigger one. Sorry, just checking up on the baby. They have a bigger one that I'm actually going to purchase that has 8 ounces. So this one goes up to 5. The next size up, I believe, goes up to 8 ounces. And that one's for 6 months plus. This is newborn, like I said. But she definitely favored this nipple. I wasn't able to take her back onto my breast. But the other product that I wanted to show you guys was this Groundsy bottle sterilizer. So I purchased this and got it in yesterday, and I've used it quite a bit since then. It comes in with a citric acid that you can use to clean it. I've used it quite a bit so far. I haven't used that yet, but it also comes with some tongs, so you can take out the bottles or whatever it is that you put in there to sterilize. I just stick my hand in there. It is hot, it's steamy. It's almost like if you guys have ever opened up your dishwasher after it just dried and it's like really hot in there. That's kind of how it is. But this is what it looks like. It's not too big, which I liked it. It wasn't bulky, and it's not like an ugly color. I saw a few other ones that were just like, I don't know, they just didn't look as modern to me, and I felt like it was gonna make my kitchen ugly. But this was a good compromise. You just take the lid off and you put your items onto there. I put my pump in there along with some of my bottles sometimes. So this right here, I have all my pump accessories in it right now. If I wanted to, I could have fit a bottle in there. In the back there's some space, and there's a couple like nooks and crannies I could have made room, but I just put that in there. So this detaches here, and then there's little spots for you to put the bottles. It says that it holds 6 bottles. I don't have 6 bottles, and I don't wash all my bottles at the same time anyway, because I have a collection of bottles in the fridge with the right amount of milk for her. So just whichever one she's used is what I sterilize. When you take off this piece here, it has this circle in the middle. This is where you put water. So it's a 1/3 to a 1/4 cup of water until it's full. After it sterilizes, it kind of leaves like some brown residue. So I just use a napkin and clean that off. Obviously, I'm going to use the citric acid eventually to clean that, just to like make sure it's not going to stain. But you literally wipe it off, the brown comes off, it goes away. Here. So what you do is you put the water, you put this on here, you if you need to put bottles back here and they don't fit, all you do is just lift this piece up. You put the bottles and then you put it back on. But you put the lid on top, press your button there, and it goes for 8 minutes. After the 8 minutes, it automatically shuts off. You cannot shut it off while it's going. The only way to stop it is to unplug it. So just, there's not like an on and off button. That's just like the on button, and that's it. It sterilizes it. I love it because for some time, like my first 2 weeks, she was eating, obviously they eat every 2 to 3 hours. I didn't expect to not breastfeed, and I didn't expect to have to wash so many bottles. And then I honestly was like very afraid, sorry, checking up on her again. I was very afraid of like them not being sterile. So like once in a while, you know, I was putting water to boil and sticking the stuff in there, but doing that at 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, I mean, it's exhausting to be up so often, you know, having to pump, wash the pump, dry the pump, feed her, burp her, change her diaper, get her back to bed, and then you're up half an hour later again to pump, feed, and do the same thing over and over again. So this was definitely a lifesaver for me. I actually wish that I would have thought of it. I wish that I would have had it my first 2 weeks, because you know, she's on her 3rd week now, and it's still a lifesaver. But definitely those first 2 weeks, I mean, they were exhausting. Still exhausted. She kept me up last night, but it's not as bad. But yeah, these are the bottles. That is the bottle sterilizer. I will leave links. The Groundsy bottle sterilizer came in a box, and I actually noticed that it showed that they carry 4 more products. So they have a bottle warmer, a baby food maker, baby nasal aspirator, and an instant warmer. I actually am a little bit interested in the nasal aspirator just because they give you one at the hospital. It's too big for her nose. I had a small one gifted to me, so that's kind of nice, but it's kind of a hassle to get out, to get the mucus out. And she cries and hates it. So I might try this aspirator, and if I do, I will let you guys know what I think about it. But the instant warmer looks like it's probably to warm food. She's not eating solid foods yet, so I probably won't get that anytime soon. But the bottle warmer kind of seems a little bit interesting to me, only because sometimes we forget to take out the bottles from the fridge. And so she unfortunately has had to drink a little bit cold water, cold milk. I read somewhere putting it in the microwave, obviously microwaves are not that great, but putting it in a microwave is not a good idea, because it continues to cook in the bottle after you take it out of the microwave. I don't know. Kind of made sense to me. It was a little bit confusing, but I guess that's that. So what I do is I make sure that I have the amount correct in the bottles that I have, and then I take out the bottle. Like I'll feed her, take the bottle out, leave it out until she's ready for her next feeding, only because the bottles can be out, or the milk can be out for 4 hours room temp without going bad. But for the times that we do forget, the bottle warmer would be pretty cool to have. And then the baby food maker, we're not ready for that yet, but I might try that as well, actually. And this one I looked up, they have a older version that seems to, as far as what I read in the reviews and what it does, it seems to do exactly the same. The older version was like $20. This one I think is like $40. They're still both not pricey. I thought they were good deals, but if I try it, I might just get the older version, just because, you know, obviously if you have kids, if you have a mortgage, you know, things are expensive right now. And so I'm not working. Definitely not trying to like break the bank, but 100% I would recommend the Groundsy bottle sterilizer. This bottle, I don't know, I just love it. And it actually has this little group, like this little thing popping out there. You put your finger on that and it makes it easier to open up. So I like that. But I just wanted to hop on and like let you guys know. You know, some new parents might not think about these things, but I tell you what, it beats having to wash every bottle and every piece of my pump each time. Just being able to rinse it, stick it in there, and at least I know that it's safe for her once in a while I might have to dry a piece or two, especially if I'm needing it right away. But like I said, like it mostly dries it out, not right away. But especially if you're feeding every 2 to 3 hours, like if you're actually using the pump or pumping every 2 hours, 3 hours, using the pump, sticking it in there right away, then 100% it'll be dry for the most part, like when you're ready to go. But for now, that's it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I gotta get my baby. Thanks for watching.